We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie,
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
and he's Grogu. Do your calisthenics. Come on, Grogu. We want to do some jumping jacks. One, two, one, two, one, two. Good job, buddy.
He did not appreciate that abrupt workout first thing in the morning.
And we're on the road with Mickey. This is episode 177 for July 10th, 2023. And this week, we are talking about our top three things we like about Tomorrowland. A little change in topic. I'll get into that in a moment. But first, we have some cheddar from the big cheese. And Brenda, you start us off.
Well, this is pretty big cheddar, actually, because it's been a long time coming.
Yep.
After years of not having any in-room offers, also known as bounce back offers, in the Walt Disney World Resort rooms, they are finally coming back. Yay!
Yes.
Disney started emailing guests who checked out on July 5th and beyond about the offer. They have also begun putting information in the guest rooms. The bounce back offer covers almost all the dates of 2024. If you visit and see this, reach out to your travel professional and they'll gladly help you book that offer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is awesome news.
It's
What
awesome.
exactly does that entail? Because I have no idea what you just talked about.
Well, the bounce back offers used to be where as long as you were checked into your room until the end of that day, you could call a number or have your travel professional call a number and book a bounce back offer, which means you get a discount off your next stay if it's covered on the offer. So say you're there July 10th through 17th, you would have until the 17th to call and book your offer for the next year, depending on what dates it was offered, and you got a discount. Well, now they're making it where you have until 7 days after you check out to
Mhm.
book that offer, which is awesome. And it's great because even if you're not positive that you're gonna do the trip next year, you can still reserve it for $200, which is completely refundable if you can't make the trip next year. It's just a great way to save some money right from the get-go.
Yeah. And we're talking like
Wow.
25 to 35% off,
Right,
people.
right.
So
Wow.
it's not like here's $20 in a Mickey Premium ice cream bar.
Right.
Which
It's a great deal.
for Cindy, that might be all it takes.
That's right.
But it's a better deal than that.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is we might see something about these bounce back offers that say the end of July, Daddy? Is
Yeah.
that what
Hopefully.
I'm hearing?
Yeah, we should be seeing them now because it was July 5th.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but
But when you
I
go
mean
on your
when
trip,
we're
you might be
there.
able to plan her birthday trip next year with a bounce back.
That's true, we might.
That would be awesome.
Nice.
So, all
Well,
right. So,
that's actually really cool, and I'm really excited about that. Almost as excited as I am for my bit of cheddar. And this is a word of mouth sort of thing. It was a social media post, but the Journey of Water, inspired by the Moana walkthrough attraction, construction on that is almost done. This is
Wow.
very exciting because we should have an opening date for it when it does open at some point. Right now, of course, it's going to be opening in late 2023 is what it says.
Which we're getting nearer and nearer every day.
Yeah,
yeah.
so let's see. It's July now. I cannot think properly. They have a little under 6 months. Let's
Yep.
go, people. Chop, chop, chop.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah.
It would be really neat if it was able to open October 1st for the anniversary.
It would
Yeah,
be. That would be
yeah.
neat. All right. Well, this week At the end of last week, I said we are gearing up for the Food and Wine Festival, and we're still gearing up for the Food and Wine Festival, but we had to punt a little bit on our topic this week because we realized, well, Brenda realized and brought it to my attention, which made me realize that I know nothing about what goes on. But what we realized is that the information I found on the kiosks was all based in part on what was there last year, and that there's been no official announcement on the kiosks and the menus for this year. So what our plan is to talk about whenever we can anyway. We're going to talk about the kiosks for this year's Food and Wine Festival, and we're going to pick 3 that we want to explore and try out, and what we want to try out from those 3. So we decided we needed to push that down a little bit until we actually have information. Because if we say I want to try the Impossible Meatballs from the Earth kiosk, well, maybe the Earth kiosk is only there last year and it isn't here this year. Then anyone that wants to try the Impossible Meatballs would be like, well, Mike, you said it was there and it's not there. Now, I imagine they probably will be there. And just, point of reference, I have tried Impossible Meatballs. I am not trying them this year, but I just wanted to let you all know that's a little joke I'm going on. But anyway, so that's why we're not talking about the Food and Wine Festival this week. We are actually going through a list of all the lands in the Magic Kingdom, and we are going to talk about our top 3 things we like about each land. And this week, we're talking about Tomorrowland. This is an ongoing series, but it's not going to be week after week after week. We're going to kind of space them out a little bit. Mm-hmm. So this week, we're talking about the top 3 things we like about Tomorrowland.
Yay!
And that is a big segue I just had that gets us right into our feature topic. So It is Brenda's turn to start this week.
Oh, wow.
So
we're not going in any particular order, right? Because I didn't put them in any particular order. Just 3 of my favorite things.
Yep. Hopefully, we all don't say it all the same.
We're all going to say the same. You know us. We're going to say the same thing.
I'm going to deliberately not
say okay.
3.
I'm going to try my best not to as well.
Okay. Well, there you go then. Okay. Well, then I'm going to start with the grandest of them all, Carousel of Progress. Carousel of Progress represents Walt's vision for the future. And, we love Walt. Plus, when you go to the Carousel of Progress, you actually get to see Walt on the screen actually talking about it, which warms my heart, and I love it so much. Also, the song is like one of the best songs ever. And once you know it, you will know it for, I hope we'll know it forever and ever and ever.
Sophie, give us a tune.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Yay!
I'm so glad I chose this.
Did everybody hear that? Because I will not be doing it again.
It was excellent.
It was beautiful, honey.
Yes,
Thank
one
you
of the
so
best
much.
things in the world. Yes.
Aww.
So if you're at the Carousel of Progress and it's in July, it's 20 minutes of air conditioning enjoyment.
And darkness instead of the blinding bright Florida sun.
That's true.
I can name at least a few people, namely my cousins and my Aunt Robin, who have gone on there with, say, toddlers and littles and have enjoyed the 20-minute nap.
Yep.
Yep.
But also watch the show because the show is better than a nap.
Yes. It is. If you need the nap, sit through the show once
And then go
and
again.
watch it and then go again and take your nap.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that
Right.
was my number one. So hopefully we won't have any overlap. I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll
Go ahead,
see.
Sophie. What's your number one? What's what's on your list? What's your first option?
Okay.
First thing. Whatever I'm trying to say.
Well, since we all agreed that we weren't going to overlap anything, it's a first come, first serve, free for all. So I'm choosing the TTA.
Yes.
Ah, yes, another good one.
Oh, the people mover.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably when we were at Magic Kingdom for my birthday trip, that was probably the highlight of that day. I was so happy to ride it with 20 other people, 21 people for my 21st birthday.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm going to be talking about
So
that
much
for
fun.
years.
That was fun.
That
And the
was such a
best
great
part
time.
about it, yeah, and the best part about it is it moves at just the right speed. So again, just like Carousel of Progress, it's technically air conditioned. And I also love going through Space Mountain on it. I know when we were at the Christmas party or something, they had Space Mountain blaring rock and roll electronica Christmas music instead. That was so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. So that's one reason to go back to the Christmas party is because I love the TTA so much.
It is
Mhm.
so much fun. Paging Dr. Morrow.
Dr.
Mr.
Tom
Morrow.
Morrow.
Yeah.
Mr. Tom Morrow. Your
Mr.
Yes.
party
Tom
is here.
Morrow.
Your party is here.
And aside from being a people mover, it's a great people watcher. So
Yeah.
You're right.
you can look at people and you can see the fireworks from there.
And not only
And the
that,
castle.
watching
It's
it
just
at night,
great.
riding it at night,
Yeah.
riding
Oh,
it at
yeah.
night with all the incredible the neon
Yeah.
of Tomorrowland
Yeah.
Tomorrowland. Yeah.
at night is absolutely fantastic. That is,
So much fun.
if
It's a nice
Tomorrowland was on my
restful thing.
list, which it is, but if it was on my list and no one had said it yet, then I would have said riding it at night would be where it's really at for me, because that is a really cool time to really see Tomorrowland and how cool it is.
That's right.
You
Plus,
know,
it's so relaxing.
yeah, it is. So I'm going to go off board. And the funny thing about these lists is that it's top three things, and there are so many more than three things here. So for me, I'm going to give one that spotlights a memory. Okay.
Mm.
And for me, that is the Monsters Inc. laugh floor.
Oh.
Because if you ever do the Monsters Inc. laugh floor, people, there is a point before you get in where you can text to a certain number your name, where you're from, and a joke. And sometimes they pick your joke and you get selected and they read your joke and they'll say, Mike from Raleigh has this joke, and it's, why did the chicken cross the road? And the answer, of course, is to get away from KFC. And no one laughed except me because it was my joke. And the guy, the monster up front who told the joke said, I don't get it either. And then everyone laughed. But my
Well,
joke
he's a
was
little
on
funny looking.
my joke was on the show. So it was kind of
Yeah.
cool. So
It was
Pretty
kind of
cool.
cool. It
That's a
was not
special
cool that
memory.
nobody laughed.
Yeah, but it was okay. But
That's
what's
okay.
neat is it's not just those sorts of things. The whole thing is just funny. It's just
It
fun.
is
And
very funny.
they have cameras that bring in people in the audience and
Like that guy.
that guy who's gonna buy everyone churros, and some depending on who's sitting there, sometimes you get people that ham it up to the nth
Yeah.
degree. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just a lot of fun.
It is
So
fun.
it's an overlooked attraction, I think. And if you don't usually go see Monsters Inc. Laugh 4, go check it out. It's cheesy humor and it's fun humor. So
Another air
It's
conditioned
wholesome
choice, though.
humor.
and it is another air conditioned choice. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
To
say that one first. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
All right.
yeah. To be fair, there are very few attractions in Tomorrowland, I think, that aren't air conditioned.
I know those Tomorrowland Speedway. It's definitely not. And you get by that thing, it's so hot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but what are the odds that that's gonna appear in our 9?
you never
Well, that's
know.
that's on Brenda. She just said it. That makes it number 2.
No,
No,
not
no,
necessarily.
not for me. For my son Joshua on his first trip when he was 6, oh my God, that is all he wanted to do. That was his
Aw,
whole reason for going, was to drive that car.
aw.
I love
Yep.
it. I
It was
love
so
it.
cute. He was so cute. Well, my second choice is,
Uh-huh.
of course, one of the OGs that my sister and I used to run to in the 70s at Rope Drop. And of course, it's Space Mountain. That's right. It's in your picture, Mike. It's Space Mountain. We love. If anybody knows me, if anybody's been listening for a while, you know that I have a fear of outdoor roller coasters because you can see the ground. I can see me falling to my death. But if you're inside and you're in the dark, it's
You
just
could
fun. You
I
can't
know.
see
You can't see
death and
yourself falling to
destruction.
your death.
That's right. So
Eh,
indoor roller coasters for me is where it's at.
So you
And
don't like Expedition Everest, huh?
I love Everest. Yes, I do. I love Everest. Yes, but that one part where it goes up really high on the outside, I have to like close my eyes. I have to like talk myself out of
Oh.
freaking out right there. But the
Okay.
rest of it is fantastic.
I imagine you're not a big fan of Big Thunder.
I love Big Thunder. No, I'm talking about the roller coasters that are up really high. I love low to the
Oh,
ground ones that
Oh.
go really fast. Those are the best. But no, ones that go up really high, like, like the Velocicoaster and stuff. I can't ride those kinds of things. No,
I
terrifying.
imagine she would not like the Griffin at Busch Gardens.
no,
I
probably
also
not.
don't like the Incredicoaster at Disneyland. I tried to
Ah,
talk myself into riding that before the change, before they changed it over to the Incredicoaster, and I thought, I mean, I literally talked to myself the whole time I was in line. I'm going to do this. I'm going to overcome. I'm going to do this. Got on the thing. It was the worst experience of my life. It was horrible.
I'm
I don't even want to
sorry.
think.
I see.
It's horrible. But back to Space Mountain, which is inside, and it's in air conditioning, and it goes fast, and you don't know which way you're going to be twisting, and you laugh the whole time, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah, let's stick to the rides that we like, people.
Yeah,
There's
Yep,
no reason to go on a ride that you don't like.
that's right. That's right.
exactly. That's
Especially if
Unless,
why
you
of
have
this
a
is
course,
fear.
that's why this is the top 3 things we like about
Right.
Tomorrowland.
And we're not
yes.
going to mention that one that I hate, unless it's one of y'all's, and I'm not going to say a word.
Oh.
Don't worry. It's not one of mine.
It's not one of mine either. Spoiler alert. It's Astro Orbiter.
Yeah, no,
Um,
we don't like
but
that one.
I was gonna say, Brenda, I know you don't like California Screaming or the Incredicoaster as it is now, but if you want a hysterical point of view video, go look at my point of view video of me and Shane riding California Screaming.
He kept on saying get ready and then nothing happened.
Yeah, but then not only that, there's points where things are happening and I'm screaming and I sound like a little girl. And I'm like, oh my gosh, who is that? And I'm like, oh, it's me. And it's so funny. It's so funny, but it is. Yeah, I did keep saying I forgot about that, Sophie.
Oh God, that's
But
funny.
it's so fun, and I mean that maybe that would be an okay way for you to see or
That is
experience.
hilarious. Yes, yes, I can see it through someone else's eyes, so I don't have to see it through my own. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So go look it up. It's in our YouTube channel. Anyway,
That's great.
all right,
That's great.
Sophie, what's number 2 for your list?
All right, well, I am going off of the fact that we never specifically said rides in Tomorrowland.
We did not.
No.
And I am hopping over to Cosmic Rays. When
Ah.
we started talking about this while preparing for the show, my dad was like, "Is Cosmic Rays Fantasyland or Tomorrowland?" And I was like, "Daddy, it's got cosmic in the name. Of course it's in Tomorrowland." And he's like, "I don't know, it's on the border." And I'm like, if it has anything to do with stars and not wishing on them, it's Tomorrowland.
Oh, that's cute.
And you know
That's
what?
cute.
That makes a lot of sense when she
Yep,
said it that way.
that's cute.
Um, I'm just
And
curious though.
yeah, I really, really like Cosmic Rays. I like Sunny Eclipse. I like the food. I like how huge it is. I like the air conditioning. That's going to
Yeah.
be a recurring theme is air conditioning on this show.
Yeah, because we're in July. Yeah.
Can I
We're
We
in
speak?
think about
July.
that a lot.
Yes.
I
Yes,
just want to
Michael.
say, I want to say that of course Sophie is right. Is she ever not right? But
No.
from the Disney World website, the Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe, dining located in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom Park.
Yep.
And it's got Brenda's Burger on there, and it
Mhm.
looks really good.
It's good. It's good.
So anyway, there you go. So
For a
of
second, I
course
thought you
Sophie's
were
right.
about to tell me it wasn't Fantasyland, and I was about to be like, what?
What? You would
No,
have
that
been
would have
like,
been silly to name it Cosmic Rays if it was in Fantasyland.
exactly. Exactly. So no, it is not. It is in Tomorrowland, just as you knew it was, Sophie.
That's a great choice,
Yes.
Sophie. Mm-hmm. Always a good choice when you're talking about food.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially when it's at the Christmas party and they're serving snickerdoodles and hot chocolate inside.
Yes.
I am telling you right now, get a
Mwah.
snickerdoodle, dip it in the hot chocolate, and then it's like cookies and milk,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but warm. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Just don't dunk it in long enough for it to break off in there.
Oh, yeah. No, don't
Got to
do
be a
that.
quick dip.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So it's my turn,
It
huh?
is.
It is.
What's my number 2?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
I've got one, and this is another memory. But my number 2 is Buzz Lightyear.
To the rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And it's number 2 on my list because I like it. And yet again, another indoor ride. But what was really neat, and it's the only time I've ever experienced this phenomenon at Disney, is when you're shooting at the aliens and you're shooting with the laser gun and you get points. Well, one point the machine stopped. So we stopped, but we could still shoot. And I was still able to keep shooting and while we're stopping, and I ended up with 999,999, the highest score you can get,
Yeah.
because it stopped and I was still able to get points. And so that's the only time I've ever done that.
Yeah.
I've only done it once too. I think it's a certain target that gives you that. It's
So
one that's
for
hidden in there.
me, it was because we stopped, but I could still shoot. So I'm like, yeah, I got that score.
Awesome.
I will
Even if it
say,
was somewhat, set up by Disney so I could get it. But anyway,
one thing about Buzz Lightyear. and this is to do with the People Mover too. When you're in the People Mover, there's a point where you go above the Buzz Lightyear ride, and there are windows so that you can see down into the little room with the alien worlds and the bugs and the stuff. And when you pass by, there's this structure in there that has something on top that has targets on it, and you can only see it from the People Mover. So my question is, how on earth are you supposed to actually hit those targets?
Good question.
I don't know.
I don't know. You need to, when we're there in July, Sophie, you need to point that out to me when we're
Yeah,
on the TTA, because you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to be riding the TTA,
Yeah.
and we'll
yes, we
probably be
are.
riding Buzz Lightyear too. So,
Yeah, don't worry, you can't miss it from the TTA. I have
so
no idea how you can see it from Buzz, but the TTA,
point
you
it out.
can't
Yeah.
miss them.
Yeah. Make sure
Cool.
you point it out, because sometimes I miss things I shouldn't miss. So, all right. So, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Yep.
Yep.
That's number 2 on my list.
All right. Well, I am going to go with I could go with one of two, but I'm thinking that Mike may have a memory from one of them that he may bring up. So I'm going to go with the other one, which none of us has ridden yet, but it's Tron, and it's new, and it's a roller coaster, and it's something we're all looking forward to riding our next trip, I think. And I had to put it there because, like I said, I think Mike may come up with the other one. If not, Sophie may. She may have the same memory. I have the same memory. So I decided to choose Tron because it's the brand new ride in Tomorrowland.
I'm glad you did, because neither of us have ridden it.
No, I
No.
haven't either, but I'm looking forward to it.
And we're going to see about getting on it when
Yep.
we're there.
Virtual queue
Yeah.
or ILL, people. It's the only way to go. You can't standby. So just
Nope.
remember that.
Yep. You just can't stand by.
That's right.
Well, I mean, can you, or are you literally not allowed to?
There's
There is
no
no
standby line.
I see.
So
Okay,
you
then.
can't stand by.
That's right.
Literally.
Literally.
That's it. That's my number 3. Woohoo!
Well, that's a good number 3, and here's to hoping. Now, what the heck am I gonna choose?
I'm wondering if one of y'all is going to choose my alternate number 3.
What
There's a
was-
memory there.
There is?
Yep. For all 3 of us. And others. Just saying.
Okay, now I'm trying to guess our number 3.
I am too. I'm
Let
trying
me
to
set
figure out
the
what
setting.
Is
Let
it
me set the
raining?
setting. It's pouring rain.
Oh, anti-gravities.
Yeah.
Anti-gravities, the ice cream shop that I've
Uh-huh.
never actually gotten ice cream from, I think.
Yep.
But that basically, this is a memory. This is a memory, and she's right about that. It's pouring rain. As Aunt Brenda said, it's my birthday trip. It's right before we were going to go on the People Mover, and the clouds just opened up. So here we are, all 21 of us or something, huddled under the overhangs and inside anti-gravities, just waiting out the storm. And that's where we caught up with Billy and Chris and Chrissy from Billy's Closet of Magic.
I think they all got ice cream. I think
Yeah,
they all
they
got
all
ice
got
cream, and
ice
I
cream.
think Steph's girls got ice cream, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure they did. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Probably because I wasn't hungry at that point, because I'm pretty sure I had just eaten beforehand.
Yep. But it was a great place to get out of the rain. And they have
It
brownie
was.
sundaes and all kind of sundaes there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really good ice cream.
The
It
only
is.
thing I wish it had been was bigger
Yeah.
bigger
It's a small one.
inside, but oh well. It is
Yeah.
quite yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy ice
it
cream.
is.
I love the sundaes, the brownie sundaes with the hot fudge. You know, if it's got chocolate in it, I probably would eat it if it was a shoe. You want
Yeah.
to get technical?
And the best part about it is it's right next to the Merchant of Venus.
That's right.
The Merchant of Venus. Yep.
Which, do you know how long it took me to realize that that's a Shakespeare reference? It's a reference to Shakespeare's play The Merchant of Venice.
Mm-hmm. But it's
I
the
was-
Merchant of Venus.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
It literally just clicked right when I said that. I was like, wait a minute.
Hey.
Well,
Well, that's a yummy choice, Sophie.
It is a yummy choice. Thank you for giving it to me.
You're welcome.
So my third option is a memory. All of mine were memories, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's kind of a random memory. But and I don't know that they still do it in this way or not. But back in the day when we would go to Tomorrowland, we would be able to hang out by the stage, and it was called Club 626. And Stitch would come out, and they would basically be like a nice dance jam session, where everyone, the kids would dance and everything like that, and Stitch would be on stage, and sometimes Chip and Dale would come out, and other characters would be out there, Buzz Lightyear and so forth. And now it's more about for the photos and like a picture spot, I think. It was during the pandemic anyway. So I don't know how much of the dance party side of it is going on, but what was really neat was one year we were there with family, and I just remember seeing Club 626, and it was just that time when Stitch was on stage and the girls started dancing, and the next thing I know, because Sophie and Anna Jane were dancing, and then Cindy and my sister-in-law Nancy were dancing, and then I look over, and at there's a place where you can buy popcorn. I always notice these things. I didn't buy popcorn there, but the two cast members that were there were also dancing, and I thought this is perfect because it was just like, that's
Dance
just like
party.
it's just Disney being Disney and just living in the moment right there,
Yep.
So that to me is a good thing. And if they don't do Club 626 like that now anymore, please tell me if they do or don't. If they don't, then they need to think about bringing that back.
They have dance parties there still, especially during the parties at night, during the like the Mickey's Not So Scary and the Mickey's Very Merry.
Okay.
But they still have dance parties there. But I think they have Stitch actually out in the park now. Like,
oh wow.
I think he's moving on up, is what I think. I think he's getting a meet and greet and things like that.
Okay. So
But it's still a fun area.
It's a fun area,
Yeah.
and it's relaxing, and you can just kind of hang out. And I do have an honorable mention with Space Mountain. It was so funny because I had never met my friend Amanda yet. And we were going to Disney, and she knew we were going, and we were going to try and meet up. And I was walking over to get paper fast passes for
Boy, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, for Space Mountain. And I'm walking, and I'm doing the Disney walk. So I'm kind of booking it,
Yeah.
hoofing. And I'm walking over to where you put your ticket and get your paper fast pass. And all of a sudden I hear Mike Ellis. And I'm like, what? And I look around, and there she was. And she was like across the courtyard. And
That's
she saw
awesome.
me, and she yelled my name, and she knew it was me. And I'm like, what? I heard my name.
That's
it was
awesome.
So funny.
That is awesome. I love meeting Disney friends. Yay.
Oh yeah, meeting them at Disney is just priceless. It's so neat to meet.
Yeah.
At Disney,
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, that was funny.
Great memory. Yay.
So Club 626 for me.
All right. So now we're done.
Yeah, I know.
We are unfortunately
Yep.
done. That went by very quickly.
Well, yeah, but we didn't expect it to be in depth and
That's
super,
true.
super.
And if you're
That's
getting ready to
true.
have your first trip to Disney, you should also know that there are some large and nice restrooms there in Tomorrowland
And of course, there's
And
the
they're in the back.
Tomorrowland Terrace too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tomorrowland Terrace is like the perfect place to just sit down.
Yep. And they have the dessert party over there.
Yeah, usually, sometimes. But when they don't, it's even greater because then it's public access and you can just go by, grab a seat because there's so much seating,
Yeah.
and then you're good. You're good.
You
And I
can
don't think
chill.
people realize it as much as it should be realized.
Yep.
Yes.
So
There is a premium on being able to chill at Disney.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good spot. And it's a really good. It was a relaxation station in 2020. And then even when Tomorrowland Terrace wasn't open, it was a great place to take your Cosmic Rays or your Casey's Corner and go find a table where you could eat with your family,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and just take
Your
a
ice
load off.
cream sundae.
Yep.
All right, then.
Excuse me. All right. So that is our quick feature topic on our top 3 things we like about Tomorrowland. In the future, we're going to talk about Fantasyland, and we're going to talk about Liberty Square and Main Street USA and Frontierland and Adventureland. So stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to space those out a little bit. But in the meantime, it is time for this day in Disney history for July 10th. So, Sophie, what do you got for us?
All right, well, this is a little bit sad, but also quite cool. So, on July 10th in 1941, a pioneer ragtime and jazz pianist originally from New Orleans named Ferdinand Jelly Roll Morton dies at age 55 in Los Angeles. Also a band leader, Morton is perhaps most notable as jazz's first great composer and arranger. Jelly Rolls, the dueling piano bar at Disney's Boardwalk area, that's in Walt Disney World for those of you who aren't sure, with lively piano music, dueling pianos, as I said, and audience sing-alongs, is named in tribute to him.
Well, that's neat.
Nice. That
I
is
didn't
nice.
know
I
that.
didn't know it was named after someone.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
I didn't realize that either, but here we are.
Yay.
And
I love that bit of history. That's
yeah,
nice.
I do too. And
I
it's
mean, I hate that
sad.
he died at 55, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love how he's immortalized.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's really neat about Disney is the way that those that people loved are just remembered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what makes Disney so incredible for so many.
Yep.
So, well,
And you know what? Kind of unrelated, but since you said that word remembered, Daddy, I just want to say very quickly to everyone, you guys should really go look at the Pixar theory. And you will see why I say that once you look at it.
okay.
Nice.
Well, I have a really good character. I think Sophie will get it.
Of course she
Alright
will.
then.
This character dreamed of one day opening his own restaurant.
His. Remy from Ratatouille.
No. Good guess, though.
No?
No.
Hmm. Is it
This-
from Ratatouille?
I'm not answering.
Ooh.
Maybe it
Don't say
is.
It is.
Maybe it is, but maybe it's not.
Hmm.
Okay, continue.
This character shared with his child that if you work hard enough, anything is possible.
Oh, it's
Not-
Tiana's father,
And his name is?
Henry?
No. But you're right, it's
Shoot.
Tiana's father. Has the same name as one of your uncles, whom is married to your Aunt Robin.
Jim.
Yes, and his formal name is?
James.
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 Yeah, it
Okay.
is James from
James.
Princess
Very
and the
good,
James.
Frog.
Sophie.
I did not know his name. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
but you knew who it was.
What's her mom's name?
Eudora. That one's
Okay.
easy
Okay.
because it's said in the movie. I don't think Tiana's father's name was ever addressed.
Yeah, it was. But
Oh.
what wasn't addressed that I can know of, I didn't, or maybe it was, but I don't think so. It says in the notes about James that he died in World War One.
One. Yeah, I knew that part.
Wow.
So, but that means that the dating for Princess and the Frog for
It's in the
Tiana,
1920s.
well, yeah, for that point of it, but that means that she was born around the turn of the century,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think I realized that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I understand.
because
So-
things were a lot different back then.
So James from the Princess and the Frog.
Very
I'm going
good,
to
Sophie.
put in a little note here that says he was Tiana's dad.
Okay.
We always record the characters when we use them.
That's right. They go in the show notes.
That's right.
All right.
All
Good
right.
record.
Well, that takes us to a little bit of Walt and Brenda.
Yep.
What
I
do you
got
got
a
for us?
Short quote again, like last time was a short quote. This one is too. Tomorrow will be better as long as America keeps alive the ideals of freedom and a better life.
Yeah.
Walt Disney.
Amen. Yeah. Yep. And
That's what we
sometimes
want.
we forget that, but we need to not.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my friends, that wraps us up. As Sophie said, it is a fairly short episode this week.
Mhm.
So,
But
what are your
there's
top
nothing
three?
wrong with that.
No, and what are your top 3 things you like about Tomorrowland?
I
What
think
did
we
we
covered
miss?
a lot of it.
But what did we miss? I know someone out there is going to say Astro Orbiter. Won't
Someone
be
other
any
than
of the
me.
3 of us. It'll be
To
from that
each
other
their
podcast.
own.
And someone is going to say the Tomorrowland Speedway,
Yeah.
but it
My
won't
Yeah.
son
be us.
Josh would. My son Josh would have said that. Boy,
Hey, I'll
Uh,
take the Speedway over the Orbiter,
me too.
True, me too.
but to each their own.
Someone is going to say
Shopping.
the gift shop
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
out of Space Mountain.
Or
Yeah.
over there by the other
I
one.
remember that gift shop. We were
By Merchant
there
of Venus.
for July when the park had just reopened and they
That's
still
2020.
required the masks.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you people, that's where we ended up getting the masks that we wore the whole trip because the paper ones literally dissolved on our faces. It was so hot.
And they were much
Yeah.
harder to breathe through than the
For
cloth
sure,
ones.
yes.
So yeah, that's where we did get them. And Sophie got she got a Grogu one.
And a Star
Yeah.
Wars one, just one that had all the Star Wars logos on it.
Yeah. So.
Somebody might love Star Traders.
Star
Yeah.
Traders, yeah.
Mhm.
They
I
have some
guess I
good stuff
kind of
over there.
roped it into the Merchant of Venus, but yeah, they are 2 separate areas,
And
and they're both air conditioned.
Yes, they are.
and if we were at Disneyland, we could say Star Tours
Oh, you're right.
because I like Star Tours, but it's not at Tomorrowland this on this side.
Yeah, it's in Hollywood Studios, and you know what? We need to go ride Star Tours sometime. I know we're not going to be at Hollywood Studios next trip, but
At some
we
point
should
we
do
need to
it.
get
Yeah.
back there and ride it again. Yeah. Some of us can't, but Sophie and I can. Mommy
Yeah.
doesn't like it that much either. Kind of wears on her a bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, some things we just need to keep doing, things we haven't done in a while.
Yep.
But anyway, so tell us what's on your list. Let us know and we will let you know what people said. But in the meantime, I'm Mike. That's Sophie. She's Brenda. He's Grogu. Still doing jumping jacks. Look at him, just working out.
He does not appreciate this.
And we hope you all have a great week. And we will
See you on the road.
road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.